everyone, I'm going to present to you this simple video to our lovely learners of Eastern Cayaba District. This was made possible through the batonship of our district head, Dr. Arnel M. Batalya. I will be discussing to you our subject in grade 6 from week 5 to week 8. But before we start, I would like to remind you about our personal health protocol by using face mask, social distancing, hand washing, and other personal health protocol. Before we proceed to the activity in your learning activity sheet, let us read first the short information for your guidance in answering the following activities. Ang topic po natin for week 5 is the types or sources of innovative materials. Ano-ano ba ang mga sources of finishing materials? Number 1, shellac. Ang shellac daw po ay galing sa dumi ng insect na tinatawag na lakbag na hinahaluan ng denatured alcohol. Number 2, varnish. This materials is very useful na kung saan ay pinapaganda at pinipreserve ang isang bagay tulad ng mga furnitures. Ang varnish ay gawa sa copal gum which dissolve in the pure boiled linseed oil. Ang copal gum po ay galing sa resin ng pine trees that buried several feet below the ground. Ang linseed oil naman po ay galing sa oil of cotton seed. Number 3 is paint. We always use this kind of finishing materials to improve our product like table, chair, cabinet, and many more. The body of paint is mixture of 4 elements. Ano ba yung 4 element na ito? Number 1, pigment. Number 2, vehicle. Number 3, thinner. And the last one, drier. Number 4 is lacquer. This is a synthetic product o gawa ng tao. Nire-retain nito ang natural na kulay ng isang material na pinaggamitan. Ang pantunaw na ginamit ay lacquer thinner. Number 5, stain. Stain is a coloring material na ginagamit sa bahagi ng kahoy para mapaganda ang imahin nito. There are 3 kinds of stain. Number 1, oil stain. Ito ay ang pinaghalong dye at petroleum. Number 2, water stain. Ito naman ay pinaghalong dye at tubig. And number 3, spirit stain. Ito naman ay ang pinaghalong dye at alcohol. All of these stain are applied by means of brush, spray, or cotton cloth. Number 6 is sandpaper o liha. Kadalasan po ito ang ginagamit natin para maging makinis ang isang furniture. Sandpaper for wood is called flint paper, and for metal, it is called emery cloth. At present, we have waterproof abrasive for metal. Both are used for smoothing rough surface of objects. And the last one is glue. Glue is a base for wood materials. It is in powder or in cake form. It is manufactured from fish, animals, and plastic resin. These are the different types sources of finishing materials. Now, let us proceed to your activity sheet. For activity 1, i-identify ninyo kung ano ang sources ng mga nabanggit na finishing materials at isulat ang iyong mga sagot sa linya. Number 1 is shellac. Number 2, varnish. Number 3, paint. Number 4, lacquer. Number 5, stain. Number 6, sandpaper. And number 7, glue. And for activity 2 naman po, you are going to match column A with column B. Number 1, stain. Number 2, glue. Number 3, linseed oil. And number 4, copal gum. Number 5, lakbag. For activity 3 naman, you are going to write R. kung ang statement ay tama at W naman kung hindi. Number 1, when you mix the dye with petroleum, the result is oil stain. Do you think this is a correct statement? Kung sa tingin ninyo ay tama, then write letter T. Ganun po ang gagawin ninyo sa mga sumusunod na tanong. Next, activity 4. Dito naman po ay isulat ninyo kung ano ang sources ng mga material na nabanggit. Let us see number 1, varnish. Saan ba galing ang mga material na ginamit dito? It is easy for you to provide the sources of these finishing materials kapag binasa ninyo ang mga impormasyon sa inyong learning activity sheet. Pagkatapos mong sagutin ang mga activities, ay magbigay ka ng maikling reflection kung ano ang natutunan mo sa topic na ito. Next topic is marketing products. Again, before we answer the following activities, we need to input more knowledge in your mind para mas madali ninyong maibigay ang sagot sa inyong mga activity. Paano natin masasabi na ang isang business ay matagumpay? Of course, we need to consider some tips for the success of one business. Number 1, place. Siguraduhin po natin na accessible at libre ang pagde-deliver ng inyong product sa karamihan. Pero kung malayo naman po, pwede rin pong i-charge kahit minimal fee para sa mga smaller order. Number 2, quality product. Yes, let us make sure na yung produkto natin ay maganda, malinis, at durable. Paano mo malalaman kung ang produkto mo ay quality standard? Well, you need to conduct testing sa inyong mga kaibigan, family members, o mga kapitbahay. At isulat mo kung ano ang kanilang mga komento o suggestions para alam mo kung ano ang gagawin mo for the improvement of your product. At number 3 is efficient worker or helper. Yes po, kailangan din ang isang mahusay na helper at i-train ito para makatulong sa production, marketing, and delivery ng isang product. Number 4, kapital. Bakit natin kailangan ang kapital sa pagpapatayo ng isang business? Of course, para may magamit po tayong pambili sa mga materyales na kakailanganin sa business at may gagamitin sa pagpaparehistro at pagkuha ng permit. Number 5, management. Ito po yung pinakamahalaga sa lahat. Kaya po dapat ang isang manager ay very creative, decisive o desidido, at higit sa lahat magaling magplano para sa ikauunlad ng isang business. Okay, handa na ba kayo to answer the different activities? If you are, then bring out your pen and start answering now. In activity number 1, write T if the statement is correct and F kung hindi tama. Let us read number 1. You can use any packaging material you want. Do you think this statement is correct? If yes, then write T. Ganun po ang gagawin ninyo sa mga iba pang tanong. Activity number 2. You are going to compute for the cost and its profit. May example po na naibigay dyan sa learning activity sheet ninyo para pagbasehan po ninyo. So let us see letter A. 1 kilo of saba is 25 pesos. 1/4 brown sugar is 15 pesos. 1 bottle cooking oil is 25 pesos. And 1 pack plastic wrapper is 15 pesos. So the total cost is 80. Next na gagawin is to compute for the profit. So kung ang cost of the material is 80, then kung ang gusto mong ilagay na markup o yung patong from the cost ay 20%, ilan po kaya ang magiging profit mo? To solve, just multiply po yung cost which is 80 times 20 or 80 times 0.20. So the total is 16. So ang profit mo sa product na yan ay 16 pesos. Kaya po, pag ibibinta mo ang product na ito ay 96 pesos bawat isa. Next, activity 3. Gagawa po kayo ng simple project plan for a quality product na pwede mong ibinta sa inyong lugar. Kailangan pag-isipan po ito ng mabuti. Here is an example of project plan. So what we need, of course, a piece of wood, sandpaper, mineral oil. Paano gagawin? Prepare the wood and design your choice of shape. Put a mark on the wood where you will cut. Then, cut the wood. Next, get the sandpaper and rub it to make it smooth. Next, apply the mineral oil to make it shiny. So yan po ang halimbawa. At gagawa naman kayo ng inyong sariling simple project plan. Pagkatapos ninyong gumawa ay i-rate po ninyo ang sarili ninyong output gamit ang rubric na naitala sa inyong learning activity sheet on page 26. Next, activity 4. Dito naman po ay gagawa kayo ng inyong sariling disenyo para sa packaging of your product. You should consider po yung 4 na guidelines na nasa baba. Number 1, make several studies or design to choose from. Number 2, make sure that the cost of the packaging does not exceed 15 to 20% of the cost of the product itself. And number 3, make the packaging attractive to showcase your product, but make sure that it's not too expensive. Number 4, label the packaging with the name of the product. If it is a food item, put the ingredients used to produce it on the label. Pagkatapos po ninyong gumawa, ay i-rate ninyo ang inyong output base sa mga rubrics na naitala sa inyong module. After answering all the activities, you give your reflection kung ano ang natutunan mo sa aralin ito at kung ano ang nagustuhan mo. Our next topic is the principle of 5S. Ano-ano ba ang 5S na ito? Number 1, sorting o series sa wikang Hapon. Alamin mo daw yung mga kailangan at hindi kailangang bagay. Kung ito ay di kailangan, then i-separate mo ito. Number 2, setting in order or Seiton. Dapat daw ang mga gamit natin ay nakaayos at nakalagay sa tamang lalagyan nito. Lagyan ng label ang bawat item. Number 3, shining or sweeping or cleanliness, systematic cleaning, or in Japanese language, Seiso. Dapat malinis at well-organized ang mga gamit sa isang pinagtatrabahuan. Clean as you go, ika nga. Number 4, standardizing or Seiketsu. Work practices should be consistent and standardized. Everyone should know exactly what his or her responsibilities are for adhering to the first 3S. Alamin mo ang iyong responsibilidad. And number 5, sustaining the discipline. SHITSUKE. Kailangan laging disiplinado. Naintindihan po ba ninyo ang lesson na ito? Kung oo, then let us proceed to your activity. In activity 1, you draw a line to match column A with column B. Number 1, seri. Number 2, Seiton. Number 3, Seiso. Number 4, Seiketsu. Number 5, SHITSUKE. Next, activity 2. Dito naman po ay kilalanin ninyo yung mga 5S natin na tinutukoy sa mga statement. So, 1 to 5. Isulat ang iyong sagot sa bawat linya. For number 1, differentiate between the necessary and unnecessary and discard the unnecessary. Ano po ba ang tinutukoy nito na 5S? Is it sorting, setting in order, standardizing, sustaining the discipline, or shining? Yan lang po ang iyong gagawin sa mga sumusunod na tanong. Activity 3. Ang gagawin naman po dito ay isulat kung anong 5S ang ipinapahiwatig ng bawat statement. Ito ba ay seri, Seiton, Seiso, Seiketsu, or SHITSUKE? So you need to read and understand kung anong klase ng 5S ang ginagawa ng mga character natin sa bawat statement. Next activity, activity 4. Kung naintindihan po ninyo yung principle ng 5S, then mas madali po ninyong maibigay ang tamang sagot sa bawat tanong, which is true or false. Let us see number 1. 5S is the acronym for 5 Japanese words: Seri, Seiton, Seiso, Seiketsu, and SHITSUKE. Do you think the statement is correct? If so, then isulat po ninyo ang true. Ito ang gagawin po ninyo sa sumusunod pang mga tanong. And last activity, you are going to make a slogan na ipinapakita ang principle ng 5S. Example po ito ng isang slogan. After you answer the activities, get ready to give reflection kung ano-ano yung mga napag-aralan mo sa topic na ito at kung ano ang pinaka-enjoy mo sa araling ito. Our next topic for week 7 is recycling of waste materials. Familiar po ba kayo sa 5 Rs? Ano po ba ang 5R na ito? This 5R provide good impact to your family and community by simply providing and saving money and reducing amount of waste around you. The first R is reduce. Ibig sabihin ay mabawasan ang bilang ng mga basura sa ating kapaligiran. Halimbawa po, buy rechargeable batteries instead of disposable. Marami na po tayo ngayong mga rechargeable na batteries. Another example is to buy product in bigger pack than those in sachet. Yes po, we better buy the bigger size para po mabawasan ang mga waste materials. Number 2, reuse. It means to use again. Ano-ano ba yung mga bagay na pwede pa nating gamitin? Halimbawa, eco bag, empty bottles na pwedeng paglagyan ng tubig, reuse water bottles as liquid containers. Mga damit na pwede pang magamit ay i-donate na lang para sa mga nasalanta ng kalamidad at marami pa pong iba. Number 3, recycle. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin nito? Ibig sabihin ay gumawa ulit ng bagong product using usable materials. Example, stained glass bottles can be recycled to form new product like bottle chimes or paperweight. Another is paper or newspaper. You can use this by making flower base at marami pa pong iba. Ibang waste materials ang pwedeng i-recycle. Number 4, recover. Ang pagpuproduce ng isang gamit mula sa ibang materials na patapon, like for example, plastic to oil technology, is one way of generating energy from plastic waste. Another, cellophane to candle, and many more. And the last R is repair. Ibig sabihin, iayos. Halimbawa, mga furniture, like table, chair, and others. Huwag po ninyong itapon kung ito ay pwede pa namang ayusin. Another, yung mga appliances at mga damit. So, yan po yung mga 5 R's natin, which is reduce, reuse, recycle, recover, and repair. Okay, handa na ba kayo para sagutin ng mga sumusunod na activities? If so, then let us proceed. Sa activity number 1, dito po ay alamin natin kung ang materialis ba ay wood, metal, paper o plastic. Look at number 1, which is scratch paper. Ano ba ang classification nito? Is it wood, metal, paper, or plastic? Number 2, tin can. Number 3, aluminum foil. Number 4, bamboo cups. Number 5, wood chips. Number 6, plastic cups. Number 7, paper bags. Number 8, broken metal table. And number 9, newspapers. And number 10, plastic pail container. Next, activity 2. Sa activity na ito ay isulat po lamang ninyo kung paano natin i-dispose ang mga materials na nakatala sa inyong module. Let us see number 1. Soft drink cans. Paano ba ito i-dispose? Is it through reuse, recover, repair, reduce, or recycle? So yan po ang mga pagpipilian ninyo para gawin ang mga sumusunod na activity. Next is activity 3. Ano po ba ang gagawin natin sa activity na ito? Of course, you are going to read the questions and encircle the letter of the correct answer. Pagkatapos ay magbigay kayo ng maikling paliwanag tungkol sa iyong sagot. Halimbawa number 1. What is the best thing to do with the use of papers and old newspaper that you found while having general household cleaning? Letter A. Throw it all away. Letter B. Make an ornaments out of paper cash. Letter C. Keep it for future use. And letter D. All of the above. Gawin po ninyo ito hanggang number 3. Next, activity 4. Sa activity na ito ay pumili lamang po ng isang gawain na kaya mong isagawa. So, narito po yung mga pagpipilian ninyo. Letter A, broken pots as a dish garden. Letter B, plastic bottles as a hanging pot. Letter C, scratch paper as a memo pad. Letter D, bamboo slits as a bamboo sticks. Letter E, metal chairs as a corner stand. Ang iyong gagawin dito ay ibase mo ang iyong output sa naibigay na criteria na nasa learning activity sheet mo sa page 36 para makakuha ka ng mataas na marka. Pakita mo ang iyong ginawa sa iyong guro. Pagkatapos ng activity ay gumawa ulit ng reflection katulad sa mga naunang ginawa mo. Isulat mo kung paano makatulong ang pagre-recycle sa ating environment. At ano ba yung mga personal qualities na dapat mong i-improve para makatulong ka sa ating ecological problem. Our last topic for this quarter in industrial arts is construct simple electrical gadgets on page 38 to 41. Have you tried to construct simple electrical gadget already? If not yet, then let us input again another knowledge about constructing simple electrical gadgets. In making simple electrical gadgets, the safety rules and working practices should always be remembered to avoid risks and accidents at work that involve electrical shocks and burns, fires, and loss of life and property. Opo, kailangan nating maging aware sa mga possible na masamang idudulot nito sa atin at sa kapaligiran natin. Bago gumawa ng simple electrical gadgets, ay laging tandaan ang mga sumusunod na paalala at paraan. First, get an idea. Find out what you would like to create and plan on it. Kailangan daw po magkaroon ka ng idea sa bagay na gagawin mo. Alamin mo kung anong gusto mong gawin at planuhin mo ito. Pangalawang tips, prepare tools and other materials for making and troubleshooting electrical gadgets such as the following. So ito po yung mga tools na kailangan natin sa pag-troubleshoot. Number 1, pliers, screwdrivers, wire stripper, hammer, electric drill, soldering tools, cable and wires, electrical tape, and male plug. Pangatlo, you are going to buy the parts. When you have the idea, buy all the materials needed for the electrical gadget you want to assemble. And number 4, seek help and advice from those who already have the skills, as your family members or your electrician. Yes po, tama po ito. Kailangan po ninyong humingi ng advice sa inyong mga pamilya o sa mga electrician para po makaiwas kayo sa masamang o accident na pwedeng idulot ng inyong mga ginagawa. Ito po ang isang halimbawa kung paano gumawa ng extension cord. Ito po ang mga materials na kakailanganin. So, female electrical plug, electrical cord, electrical wire, wire cutters, pliers, and screwdrivers. So, ano ba yung procedure natin? Number 1, you are going to separate one end of electrical wire to about 10 centimeters each. Number 2, peel off the skin or insulator of the wire ends by 2 cm. Number 3, loosen the screw of the male electrical plug with a screwdriver. And number 4, insert the wire into the male electrical plug. Number 5, twist both ends of the wire to keep the wires making contact with each other. And number 6, tighten the screws down to hold the wires securely. Naintindihan ba ninyo ang topic na ito mga learners? Kung naintindihan, well, get ready to answer the following activities in your learning activity sheet. For activity number 1, just put check if it serves as a tool in making electrical gadget. In X, if it is used as a material. So sa number 1, ano ba yung number 1 natin? Electrical male plug. Number 2, wire cutters. Number 3, electrical female plug. And number 4, electrical cord. And number 5, screwdriver. For activity 2 naman, i-arrange lang po ninyo ito ayon sa pagkakasunod-sunod o procedure kung paano gumawa ng extension cord. Sulatan ng bilang 1 to 7 sa naibigay na linya. Next activity. Activity 3. Dito po ay sumulat ng 5 possible na gamit ng extension cord. So marami po ang gamit ng extension cord. Halimbawa po, we need to plug in more devices like CP, television, and electric fan. So nagagamit po natin ang extension cord pag marami po tayong isasaksak. Another activity, activity 4. In here, you are going to construct simple extension cord. Gagawa po kayo ng simpleng extension cord. Gamitin ninyo ang rubric na nasa learning activity sheet ninyo on page 40 at lagyan ng check kung saan nabibilang ang inyong ginawang extension cord. I-base po ninyo yan sa criteria, which is creativity, independent, presentation, and of course, the relevance to the topic. Next activity is you're going to list down 5 simple gadgets that you want to do. Ano ba yung mga gusto ninyong gawin? So, maglista lamang po kayo ng 5. Halimbawa po, kung gusto ninyong gumawa ng radyo, di sulat po ninyo yon. Or improvise electric fan at marami pa pong iba. And finally, your last activity on the subject is to write your reflection kung ano ang mga natutunan mo sa araling ito at ano ang mga na-enjoy mong mga activities. Yan lamang po. I do hope that you gain a lot from our lessons in industrial arts. Para updated po kayo sa iba pang lessons, please like and subscribe Pulsot YouTube channel. Maraming salamat po! Thank you for listening. I'm Teacher Mars. And remember that learning is the best key to success.